What's up, guys? So I want to talk about something pertaining to Resident Evil as a whole, and that's negative opinions about Resident Evil. So basically, I was on Twitter today, and then I saw a post about somebody saying anybody talking, all these other different content creators, people with YouTube channels, people in comments, blogs, and things like that. They're very negative to some games in the Resident Evil series, and that person said that all these people are assholes. These people are irrelevant. They don't know what Resident Evil is really about, etc., etc. And that post actually got a lot of likes, and so many people agree with that person. It's insane. So in this video, I would like to go down a list of games I've been very negative about in the past, and I would like to change my opinion because I don't want to be viewed as an asshole. I don't want to be viewed as somebody who just complains and just talks about things in Resident Evil, and everything I should talk about should be just, positive, and I should love everything because people do like some of the games I'm criticizing, and I just want to be a little bit more respectful. So first off, Resident Evil 5. I have a list here on my notebook that that's how I'm getting all of the make sure I have all my thoughts together basically. So Resident Evil 5 was the first time Capcom really went the co-op route, and they introduced a new AI system that is supposed to work with you. The AI, and along with this whole new co-op setting, really pushed the boundaries of what Resident Evil truly was. It really just it set the building blocks for what Resident Evil is today. All the co-op games we have today, all of the AIs and all the co-op games, which are all amazing, Resident Evil 5 pretty much starting that. It was the building block to what we have today. I like to move on to Operation Raccoon City. Operation Raccoon City wasn't canon, but it didn't need to be canon. The story was it was great. It was a side story about Umbrella employees hunting the main characters we know in the Resident Evil universe, and this specifically was about Leon, Claire, and all the people we saw in Resident Evil 2. Again, the game didn't need to be canon. The gameplay in it was just amazing. The 4-person co-op was just outstanding. It really pushed the boundaries of co-op gaming in general. Umbrella Corps. Umbrella Corps was Capcom's first shot to make an esports type of game, and I think the game succeeded in terms of gameplay because the rushdown style that the game offered was pretty much unmatched at that time. It really gave the Resident Evil fans something to really look forward to. And when the game was first getting released, they was promoting it as canon, as this is a canon story. Although they changed that, I feel that it should have been canon because Umbrella Corps' story is great. Resident Evil 7. I've always said Resident Evil 7 was a great game. That I personally gave it an 8.5 in my review. However, I think I was wrong. I think it deserves a 10. I did complain about replayability. However, replayability doesn't matter if the game is just fantastic overall. That you should just be hop into it and just enjoy a great story. So yeah, I want to change my review a little bit, and I want to give it a 10 instead of the 8.5 I thought it deserved originally. Resident Evil 2 Remake. Resident Evil 2 Remake, I think that the community should just let it go, because it's gonna come out when it's ready. And even though Capcom did tell us about it a year ago with no trailer, no release date, that shouldn't matter because as long as we're getting it, we shouldn't pretty much bring up the topic so much. We shouldn't complain about it. So yeah. And the last game I'd like to talk about is Resident Evil 6. Resident Evil 6 had over-the-top gameplay. The action style that the game offered with the non-slow action-packed gameplay that it delivered was probably the best that the Resident Evil games has ever offered. With the co-op setting, it could actually have 4 people into one co-op game if the story demanded it. You couldn't have it all the time, but that didn't matter because it was mainly for story building. All the characters, they keep everything that made them good. Everything that you knew about these characters didn't change at all. It was everything you loved. RE6 was fantastic. It did amazing in sales because the gameplay was great. It's the reason why we bought Resident Evil was for this fantastic gameplay you're seeing on your screen right now. And I highly recommend Resident Evil 6 to anybody trying to get into Resident Evil for the first time. I think Resident Evil 6 is a great starting point because you get to know all of the characters, the main characters, from Chris to Leon, even to Ada and Sherry. The whole Resident Evil 2 crew is there, and new people to show up like Helena as well, and even people like Hunnigan even had a reference in it. And if you guys are playing RE6 for your first Resident Evil game, you're gonna have a fantastic time.